So you're thinking about joining the military. You've picked a branch. Now it's time to find a recruiter. I'm here to help. I'm Rob and this is Cats and Whiskey. Today's cat is Harrison. This is her Blep. She's currently in quarantine, as am I, because I don't know where the army's going to send me. So today's whiskey is Jack Daniels, because this is what recruiters drink. Alright, so if you saw my previous video, you probably have a good idea. Go back and check it out of what the branches are all about. It's a highly accurate version, and I think it'll help you. So once you've picked one, the next step is to you can look it up, just find your local recruiter for your branch. But you have to have a plan, and that's why I'm here, because I want you to do exactly what I didn't. If you do what I didn't, you will be in a much better position than I am. So, step one is have a plan for the job you want and what you want out of it. The military has jobs for everything. I'm not kidding. I had no idea. I walked into the recruiter station and I was like, they were like, what do you want to do? And I was like, serve the country. And they're like, yeah, but what do you want to do? And I was like, serve the country. And they were just like, what? And so have a plan. If you like cooking or if you like technology, I wish I would have known there was a public affairs specialist. I would have done that in a heartbeat. There's jobs for everything. Just look it up and Google, look up MOS. It's called Military Occupational Specialty. It's kind of like a code we all use when we see each other. Like, hey man, what was your MOS? And you're like, 97 Beta Foxtrot Raccoon. And that's like air traffic control specialist or something. And you're just like, okay, there's jobs for everything. So if you have an interest in art, computers, or pick your branch and look up what jobs there is before you call the recruiter. So when you call the recruiter, you can say, you know, I'm looking into this job, and then have an idea of what else you want in terms of, do you need student loans repaid? Do you need to pay for college? Do you need whatever you want? Because here's the inside baseball. This is the only time where you have control over the situation. This is an all-volunteer force, and this is the only time where you can control what happens. After you sign on the dotted line, you become government property, says my arm, which hurts because all the shots I just got that I didn't have a choice to take. So this is the only time where you can control your own destiny. So use it. Use it. Don't do what I did. So find out what you want to do, look it up, and find out the benefits you want. Okay? All right. Step two. I call this be a Mormon. They're going to ask you, you're going to get a sit-down interview to see if you can even get to the military entrance processing station. It's called MEPS. They're going to ask you about, you know, your whole life, and they're just gonna, it's basically like a job interview to even see if they should use their time on you. So be honest. Like, if you have a felony, it's probably not gonna work. You could try, but if you got a couple misdemeanors, like we always say, there's waivers for everything. Like, as long as you're honest about your past, and when I say honest, I mean anything they can find when they run your fingerprints. And that's why I say be a Mormon, because if you've done some tobacco cigarettes or maybe some booger sugar or maybe some things at the club off of other people that maybe, you know, are illegal, but you never got caught, don't say it. Don't say it. If they can't find it on a criminal background check, wait until you call your recruiter. Wait until you can do a good urinalysis, and then pretend you're a Mormon. If they say, have you ever smoked a tobacco cigarette or anything else of that nature, you say, no, I love Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. And if they can't find it, don't say it. Because guess what I did? I walked into the Air Force and they were like, so have you ever done a tobacco cigarette? And I was like, I have 2 Big 10 degrees and I lived in a fraternity house, but I also have 3 degrees now, and I've been a lawyer for 5 years, and here's my resume, and I just like came from court. My Christmas decoration just fell down. Every time. There was an injury on set. My Crown Royal Christmas stocking just fell down. We fixed it. These things tend to happen. So, as I was saying, be a Mormon, and whatever's in your system, and if they can't criminally prove it at the time, don't say it. But if you did get caught, they can work with that. Like I said, as long as it's not a felony and as long as it's not in your system anymore, you're going to have to be honest because they're going to find it. I was at Fort Lee. Someone smiled in my platoon like an idiot. So we had to move sandbags from Romeo Company to Juliet Company up 5 flights of stairs, back down, move the sandbags back. And so I'm moving sandbags with my buddy Dupree, and he goes, what'd you do before this? And I was like, I'm a lawyer. And I said, what'd you do? And he goes, I was a drug dealer. Did he go in and say he was a drug dealer? No. He went in and said he was a choir boy. So whatever they can't find on your record, don't say anything. I was thrown out of the Air Force. I'd been a lawyer for 5 years, and they were like, so you've, and I was like, and they were like, get out. And I was like, what? I could be in the Air Force right now if I'd have seen this video. So then my idiot self goes over to the Navy. And so I'm like, well, I'll just kind of be on. And they were like, okay, how many times have you done tobacco cigarettes? And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, was it more than 3? And I was like, no. And they were like, just write down the dates you did and why. So I did, and they were like, get out. And I was like, what the hell? So then I went to the Army, and I finally figured it out. And they were like, so have you ever? And I was like, no. Because no criminal record, nothing in my system. Make sure nothing's in your system, and whatever's on your record, just be honest about it. Okay? All right, step 3. And this is an important one. Wait, because their job, a recruiter's job, is to sign you. They're going to be like, oh, you want to be a cook? We've got a position right now. We can send you off to Fort Lee, Virginia in 2 days. Don't do that. Wait. Ask for what bonuses there are. Ask what other opportunities there are. Make sure you see the contract. Ask for a sample contract. Ask when the money's going to be paid out. Ask, how you're going to get paid. Ask what your rank's going to be. Ask. This is your last chance. I'm telling you, as government property, I'm telling you, this is your last chance to get it right. So there are your 3 steps. Find out what job you want and also the incentives you want. Then be a Mormon. You gotta be a Mormon about it. Everything out of your system, deny. If they can't find it criminally, deny. I'm a lawyer. Deny. Because you're gonna get tested and they're gonna run your background. All right, we've been through that. And then step 3, wait. Just chill. Just chill for a while. The military's not going anywhere. Army's been around since 1775. So you'll be fine. Just chill. You're not going to get drafted. Make sure you have all your ducks in the row before you agree to go into the military entrance processing station. And that's going to be my next video because I was going to try to combine the 2, but MEPS, as they call it, is a whole mess. And I can get you through it. I'm here to help, but please don't do what I did. Have a plan. Be a Mormon. Wait. I'm Rob. This is Cats and Whiskey. We'll be back with what to do if you make it through your initial interview with a recruiter. And I'll get you through it. We'll get you in the military. In the Navy. Still. Bunch of dorks.